I just can't get over the fact that we have these agitators who the media is covering for in lots of ways, who are organized. We've seen this since President Trump announced his deportation efforts when he got back into the Oval Office. But now you're seeing these pamphlets come out about putting yourself between arrestees and law enforcement. This is not an organic effort. This is an organized effort that we're seeing, and it seems to not be stopping. It seems to be getting worse.
No, you're exactly right, Katie. It is highly coordinated. We saw this in Los Angeles before. We saw this in Chicago before, and it's even worse now here in Minneapolis. It's a highly coordinated campaign of violence against our law enforcement officers. We've seen in the last week 15 vehicle rammings against our law enforcement officers. So that's when an individual, it could be an illegal alien, it could be a rider, they're weaponizing that vehicle as a deadly weapon and trying to hurt, kill, or cause bodily harm to our law enforcement officers. But you made such a great and salient point when you talk about why we're actually on the ground. Why are we seeing such violence? And it's not because our law enforcement are out on the job really taking out their lawful duties. It's because of these rioters, but more importantly, it's because Tim Walz and Jacob Frey will not let us into their jails. Right now, as we speak, there's 1,360 criminal illegal aliens sitting in their jails. That's including murderers, that includes rapists, child pedophiles. All we're asking is let us into your jails so that those individuals will not be released back onto the streets to create more victims. That's what we've seen time and time again in Minneapolis. Just last year alone, Katie, Tim Walz released 470 criminal illegal aliens from those jails. That's why we have to have that visual presence.
Unbelievable.
It really is unbelievable.
So I want to stick to that point for a second, because you guys are doing this work all over the country.
Yeah.
States like Florida are cooperating. Texas is cooperating inside of these jails. It presents a dangerous position for the ICE officer, for the illegal alien who's been arrested, and for the public if this transaction is not happening quietly in jails, because now these ICE agents are out in these communities having to conduct these raids or patrols, and they're being impeded by these people who seem to be on the side of all of these criminals. And you have a number of lists that I've seen from the Department of Homeland Security. The president yesterday, during his press conference with reporters, talked about the names and the photos of these people who aren't just charged with crimes, they've been convicted with crimes. So what about that transaction that happens inside of these jails? Is it safer for the public for it to happen there?
Astronomically safer. I mean, you look at Florida, for example, we've had 40,000 arrests of illegal aliens versus Minnesota, we've had about 10,000 arrests of illegal aliens. Of course, in Minnesota, we're seeing riots, we're seeing violence against our law enforcement. Out of Florida, we're seeing public safety, peace, and calm. And it's because you're allowed to have that transaction from the jails. You have that cooperation of state and local law enforcement. And the other piece of this that's so important, these sanctuary city policies, is that because they're barred, state and local law enforcement, from interacting with federal law enforcement, when you start to see these riots and when you start to see these protests spin out of control, our law enforcement officers are not allowed to call for backup if there's obstruction or if there's assaults. So they are sitting ducks, and it's really dangerous for the public.
Attorney General Pam Bondi announced today that they had a victory in court out of the Department of Justice, which helps DHS. She talked about how the 8th Circuit just granted an administrative stay halting restrictions that were designed to undermine federal law enforcement agents against these folks who are obstructing your immigration proceedings. Do you have anything to say about how you'll be able to operate in a better way as a result of that ruling? So
this Minnesota liberal judge was really trying to say you cannot use crowd control measures. When you're being attacked, when you're being impeded, when you're being obstructed, you can't use any measures. Really, again, you're sitting ducks. You can't defend yourself in these situations. It's also dangerous for the public because you can't quell the chaos, and especially when you're not having those local law enforcement officers come in for help. So this is a total victory for law and order, and we'll continue to conduct those operations in a lawful way.
Before you go, I want to get to Mahmoud Khalil, who is the Syrian national who was detained and was scheduled for deportation after organizing and allegedly being part of a Columbia University apartheid divest group that is overtly pro-terrorism, praises terrorists like Yahya Sinwar, who killed dozens of Americans on October 7th. He was then released by a judge. You guys just got a ruling that says that judge had no jurisdiction to allow him to be released. Are there plans now to rearrest him and continue with deportation proceedings?
There are. and it looks like he'll go to Algeria. That's what the thought is right now. It's a reminder for those who are in this country on a visa or on a green card. You're a guest in this country. Act like it. It is a privilege, not a right, to be in this country to live or to study. And if you are pushing propaganda that relishes the killings of Americans or promotes terrorists, doors that way.
All right. Well, thank you for the update on that case. Great to see you. Tricia McLaughlin, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.